Good morning. If you're watching this on the replay, forward, and this is our sound check to make sure your audio is working. We'll see it in about a minute. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, live. Cool.
Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun. I don't know why I sang that this morning. I don't usually. Yes, welcome back to Follow the Bradley's Fun. This is the Daily Dish with me, little old me, Ron E. Bradley. And I hope that wherever you are having a phenomenal day, phenomenal morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whenever it is. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. As of the recording of this and the live streaming of this right now, today is Friday the 13th. Yes, it is. And I finally got my own merch in, and I'm able to wear it today. So if you look at this, of course, it needs Make Disney Walt again, but it doesn't actually say that, because that would be perhaps infringing on some name trademarky stuff. But I'm wearing the merch today. I got the shirt, Follow the Bradley's Fun. Got that in, and I got the Make Disney Walt Again hat. What does this mean, Make Disney Walt Again? For those of you that are wondering and are seeing this for the first time, I'm going to do a sound check, by the way, real quick. Yeah, I can hear myself. Okay, good. Perfect. So, yes, what Make Disney Walt Again means is that bring the Walt back to Disney. And I'm not talking about an AI animatronic that Bob Iger could control what that animatronic says, and may not be saying things that Walt actually said, or might have Walt's comments out of context. Because one of the ways they use Walt's image, Walt's past in Disney World today, is to try and make it look like he said things that are the persuasion that the company has, which during his lifetime, there might be some things that he said that might align with some company values. Of course, the things that he said about, how to build companies into great companies are true. Excuse me. But of course, Walt also wasn't about diversifying cast members based on superficial traits, which is what DEI is all about. So let me welcome everybody in. I see people coming into the chat. Lots of people, lots of familiar faces. Hopefully some unfamiliar ones will start coming in. Dan's Life at the Kingdom. You're at Hollywood Studios. Potato Head not talking. Potato Head never worked. That's one of the ones they've had a hard time with. Always was Mr. Potato Head at Toy Story Mania. True story. So let's say hi to everybody. We got Carter C in the house. Hello, Carter C. Hi. Jeremy Heath is here. Rhonda H is in the house. Rhonda H from Rhonda and Jeremy in the St. Louis area. Carter C says hi to them. Rhonda H says Hi back. And Andy W. Andy, it is so good to see your smiling face there. I love your icon. Very good. Jeremy Heath, morning, Andy and Carter. And we've got Jonathan Rubin says, hi, Rod. Happy to stop in for a short bit, but I'm dealing with a tough day finding out my cousin Lauren. Oh, no, that's sad. Trying to be positive, focus on my show tonight. Where are you singing at tonight, Jonathan? If anybody's in the Chicagoland area, you can let them know. I prayers and condolences for sure. That is always tough when a loved one passes. Hard to deal with those things. And then, of course, Dan's Life at the Kingdom says, good morning, everyone. And Ron, I'm at Hollywood Studios, Toy Story Mania, Potato Head, not talking, just staring. That is a ongoing problem since the ride first opened back in 2010 or 2011. I don't know when that was. So, it's been open for a long time. And then they decided to build a whole land off of it. I'm not a big fan of Toy Story Land, even though my son, it was his favorite land. He's kind of maybe growing out of it, I think, now that he's 12. I don't know. The roller coaster, I don't know. It's just, it's like Toy Story Land is not immersive. It doesn't make you feel like you've shrunk down to the size of a toy. It's really, really hot. And I think the reason it doesn't make you feel like you're shrunk down to the size of the toy is there aren't giant blades of grass everywhere. You're walking on concrete the whole time. So they kind of missed the mark on that. Even though Toy Story Mania is a fun roller coaster, it didn't really need to be set in a land because it doesn't really make sense. The land's also not particularly that big. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just so darn hot in the summertime. So Jeremy Heath, Jonathan, prayers, condolences. Good morning to Go and Shogi, the awesome wrenches in the house. Jeremy Heath and Wrencher. Got our wrenches here, Jeremy and Tom and Go and Shogi. Tom F, morning all. And Andy W says, thanks for the Bud Files. Sue is here. Hello, Sue and the Bud Files. So you got a wrestling show in Elmwood Park. Thank you for the prayers. Your show will make me feel better. Take my mind off things for now. Yeah, we're going to dish on some Universal stuff that is probably shouldn't have happened, especially when they had the heads up before they started placing these things on the shelves. Anyway, we'll get to that. One of the biggest goals here of this channel is to make parents aware of anything that they may need to protect their children from. Do I believe in sheltering kids from the truth? No, I do not believe in sheltering kids from the truth. But do I believe in protecting kids from potential grooming and the preaching of ideologies that parents might not want for their kids? I absolutely do believe that. So so when I see things that can affect the kids in a negative way and the parents need to be ahead of that, then yeah. Congratulations on singing the national anthem. I will tell you, one of the weird things in my career, and it was voluntary, of course, but I sang the national anthem. It's really funny. I was a church missionary at one point in time, and they found out that I could sing, and the town wanted me to sing the national anthem at a sporting event, and it was a boxing event. And so I ended up going in, I sang the national anthem, and then I left because I had to get special permission because as a missionary, we weren't supposed to be allowed to go to sporting events. It was a funny thing. But anyway, that was a long, long time ago. I will tell you my coolest national anthem experience when I was a professional entertainer was 1992, St. Louis Cardinals versus the Cubbies, the Chicago Cubbies. No, it wasn't the Chicago Cubs. I'm so sorry. It was the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Dodgers, LA Dodgers. And I was part of the singing group at Six Flags. I was in the Palace show. What is up, Dylan Soup and Sup Chat? Yeah, so I was in the Palace show, and they brought it was Six Flags Day. So you know how like they have promotional days at the stadiums? Well, this one was a promotional day where if you went to see a Cardinals game, you got a free ticket to Six Flags. And so for Six Flags Day, they brought in all the cartoon characters, the Looney Tunes characters, the mascots, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Sylvester the cat. Anyhow, so they brought them all in. Then they brought us to sing the national anthem. So learn it, rehearse it. Very, very cool. So I always like to say that I have had the experience of singing in a stadium to 32,000 fans. I think it was about 32,000 fans. That was my biggest audience ever, personally. And one time that I sang live, obviously not me singing by myself, but with a group. But it was cool. It was a televised game, so we sang the national anthem on live television at the time, and I got to meet Tommy Lasorda because for some reason they had stationed us over by the Dodgers locker rooms, and so we came out. We were lined up, getting ready to go out of the bullpen into the park, into the stadium, and Tommy Lasorda walks by. And at the time, he was starring in Slim Fast commercials, and it was so funny because I saw him and I go, "Hey, it's the Slim Fast guy." And he shook my hand, stuck his hand out, shook my hand, and said, "Hey, Tommy Lasorda, good to meet you." It was so funny. It was he seemed like a really nice guy, but I only met him for 2 seconds, so I don't know. Not only did I see that, but I did in fact do the show on that very subject a couple days ago. So I commented. If you want to watch the show that I did on that, I commented that because I think it's really disgusting that there's a Robert Iger, a building named for Robert Iger, one of the worst CEOs in Disney's history, in my opinion, for what he has done and the ideology he has implemented into the company. It's just really not a fan of Robert Iger. Everybody's touting the good things that he did for the company. In some ways, I guess he did do some good things for them. It's so hard because that incredibly far left-wing political ideology he has just injected the company with is just gross. So, and that is why we want to make Disney Walt again. So Dylan Soup says hello, and Jonathan Rubin is saying, "Hey, thank you, Tom. How are you?" The girls got to sing the national anthem in the 7th inning stretch for 4 ball games so far. Very cool. Very cool. Busch Stadium field grass is smooth as butter. I wouldn't know how it is now because when I sang in 1992, it was the old Busch Stadium, not the new one. I've never actually set foot inside the new Busch Stadium, believe it or not. Not to mention the fact that it's a tribute building made out to someone who is still very much alive. I know that's so weird. They did that with before he was even president here in Orlando, they had a Barack Obama Boulevard, a President Barack Obama Boulevard. But they made it that when he got he was still president-elect when it got named that. So I'm like, why do that? So yes, and so I'm just not a fan of Robert Iger. Acquisition Iger, that's what we call him, acquisition, because he's not creative. He was a weatherman at ABC. That's where he started his career. And hey, I will say this, great for him at being able to somehow talk his way up, because you got to kiss the right stuff to do that. And no, I mean, he's a manipulator. He's definitely a manipulator. That his creativity comes from manipulating other people. But he's not creative in the sense of he's good at working with creatives, but he's not creative himself. And so we've gotten a bunch of junk out of Disney since he came on board, and we haven't gotten any really, really good stuff in the theme parks since then. So before he came on board in the Eisner era, we got improved Epcot, and we got MGM, now Hollywood Studios. We got Animal Kingdom, new theme parks, and a ton of new resorts. Yes, I would agree with this, and I'll get that out there. But yeah, we got a ton of new resorts, got a ton of stuff, but we just did not get. They haven't gotten anything that grand in the Iger era. The Eisner / Wells era of the company was amazing. And then Wells unfortunately passed away in an accident. The company hasn't been the same since. Cool thing about the new stadium is they have markers. Oh, I want to get to this comment first. Go and Shogi says, I'm glad Iger came back. If he had stayed retired, people would still think he's a legendary CEO. That is true. Him coming back and not changing anything exposed him for the fact that all of the stuff that was implemented was his and not Chapek's. Chapek wanted to do some stuff and he wasn't really even allowed to. Then they kicked him out. So he was definitely a scapegoat, unfortunately. And I don't know that he would have been a great CEO. Given more time, he could have driven the company further downhill. I don't know. The grass isn't always greener, that's for sure. We have no idea who we're going to get next, so it could get worse before it gets better. Cool thing about the new stadium is they have markers and show you where it overlaps the old stadium. Really? I didn't even know. I didn't know it did overlap. I gotta get back to St. Louis at some point in time, man. I gotta get back there. Legacy is one of the few things going for Bob. Even then, I'm sure it's filled with even more mishaps and fumbles. It's just that, here's the thing. His bubble crowd, his Hollywood bubble crowd, they still love that guy, right? They do. And so that's where all that new building and stuff is coming from. Yeah, I don't know. Inside the Magic isn't great with writing their stories, unfortunately. And I like some of their stuff. Some of their stuff I don't like. It's just the way they write. Sometimes it's confusing. I don't think Disney's headquartering in New York. It's so that they do have like an ABC. The reason that building is named after him in New York is because it has to do with ABC, a lot of ABC, and that's where Bob came from. Bob says that his legacy with the Disney company spans over 50 years, which is a lie. He came from ABC. ABC was acquired by Disney, so he counts all of the years that he was at ABC as Disney years too, but Disney didn't own ABC for a good portion of the time that he worked there, so it's not surprising, a lie. I will tell you, I gotta get Joshua Harris on my show sometime. I was on the show with him last night, and Joshua Harris is phenomenal. Joshua Harris is a Disney historian, former cast member like myself, and he knows exactly where the company is going and why it's going there. And it's scary. But before we get to anything else, thank you for all of the good chats so far. One of the things that we love to do on this show, if you're new to the show, if you're just coming in, hit the like button, of course. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? It's free. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, click that notification bell. When you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm, and you get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. We've had a little bit of weird time on the channel over the last couple months of very strange situation of new subscribers coming on and perhaps old subscribers not unsubscribing. So make sure you're still subscribed, because I don't know exactly what's happening, but it's like cycled my subscribers. So I'll go up, down, and I've been circling around the 12,750 mark, but not growing past it, which is very, very unusual. But I got a lot of subscribers in July. I got like 1,200, 1,300 subscribers in July. So that was a crazy month. And now we're down to like getting 13, 14, 15 a month, which is just bizarre. So if you want to help me out and share the channel, share everything, and we definitely appreciate that. But of course, we appreciate you. You guys are the energon that makes this guy transform and roll out of bed in the morning. You know that. So for that, we like to celebrate you all. So anytime we get channel support, PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, Super Chat, Super Thanks, Super Stickers, any channel support, somebody becomes a new member, some new memberships are dropped by anybody, we love to celebrate all of that. We love to celebrate you. So we have several different celebrations on the channel, and I'm building more. So because we just used to have just the one, and then I had to lengthen it, and then it got too long, and now we got to gotta build, right? So let's celebrate. I'll show you what that celebration looks like so you can see a sample of it. And then as the supers and members and all that stack up in the show, we'll take breaks and go through those supers and everything appropriately. And we will celebrate like this. And if any of you are looking for Christmas gifts, by the way, I got to tell you something. I started the spread shop to do the designs for the channel, spread shop, and I wasn't sure the quality of the merch. This T-shirt is one of the best T-shirts that I've ever had. It's a 2XL, so I got it to fit loose on purpose because I don't want anything fitting tight on the shape of my body right now. But I'm telling you, I don't know what the tag says. It's tagless, like with a paper tag, so it's really comfortable in the back. I think it's maybe a polycotton blend, but man, is it ever comfortable. And you can see I got the grayish T-shirt. Pulling it up. Follow the Bradley Fun. This is the fedora design. I need to improve the fedora design so that people know what the heck it is and put like a little YouTube symbol on it or something. But it's super, super comfortable. And then the Make Disney Walt Again hat just came out so good because people are going to look at this. They're going to think it's a Make America Great Again hat. Then they're going to give it the second look and go, wait a second, that's not Make America Great Again. Just to be careful, and because I want to keep my channel monetized and keep my annual pass and everything good, I probably will not myself wear this hat to a Disney park because I don't want them at the actual park. I don't want them to be like, oh, we're gonna have to trespass you. I don't know. It doesn't actually say Disney. If you look at it, it says DIS and Diamond EY Walt Again, but it is available. Let's see if I can bring this up here. But it is available on my spread shop, and I think maybe we can still get things to you by Christmas. Everything in the spread shop is printed and made to order, right? So so here it is. So there's my spread shop. All right. Now this is a different T-shirt than the one that I'm wearing. This is a basic men's or women's T-shirt, I think, on this one. No, this is the men's premium. It's the men's premium shirt. So I don't even have the premium one, and it still fits great, and it's really, really nice. And my Chrome browser stuck there for a second. I think I'm okay now. Let me see here. I want to go back to all products. We'll go back to all products. Order now for Christmas delivery, so we can still get Christmas delivery. So there's the hat, right? That I'm wearing. You can see that on there, and you can see the Make Disney Walt Again design shirts and cups and all those things. I am wearing one of these guys, and just to show you, this is a white T-shirt, but you can change the color. And that's not the one. Okay, so this is a very, very good color, this darker one. And I think it's this lighter one. No, that's steel. That says steel green. Oh, I think this is it. So this is called Heather Ice Blue is the one that I got. So and you can see it there. And you can see it on. So it's it's about the same color. You can see matches up and everything. So there you go. So there you go. So those are all available at the Spread Shop. And Go and Shogi has shared the link. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Go and Shogi. Yeah. I was this is funny, but I was actually in not great shape as Gaston. It looked like I was, but here's the funny thing. At that point in time, I was working out only my arms because I wanted to have a slight belly because I thought that would be funny for the character of Gaston. So that's what I did. The costume was very, very cool. It was extremely, extremely Broadway accurate. That was one of the things that we wanted to do for that show. And so it was my most fun role I've ever played. Izzo's Place, Native Hawaiian, and Just Nita have all come into the house. What is up, my friends? You guys be looking in your mailboxes because I have something. Got something. Let's see. Where did I see? I saw there it is. Native Hawaiian, aloha, and good morning, y'all. Izzo's Place. Sup, fan, working and lurking. Well, working and lurking is fine. Just don't be, jerking. So, morning, Nita. Hi, everyone. Now, there are some stories. And Anita, I know you weren't here earlier, but one of the things I was saying, and I think you know this, is that one of the goals on the channel has to do with protecting kids. So that's what today's story is kind of about. Is we want to protect the kids, right? So that's kind of a big deal. So when I see a story that helps protect both kids and by virtue of helping the parents understand what they might see if they go into a theme park, and protecting the kids, so we want to do those types of stories. Now there are a couple of other things that I'm going to get to real quick before we get to the main story of the day. Oh, speaking of the main story of the day, I don't think I've redirected this. Does anybody know in the chat? You can put it down for me if Culture Casino, if he's put his link up, because he didn't have his link up before the show. Let me see. I'm going to double check real quick over here and see if I can find it, because I want to redirect to Culture after this. If that link is up. YouTube TV gets, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I saw that one. Oh my gosh, people are complaining about that big time. Oh, that's the wrong. That is the wrong tab. Okay, I think we're good. I think we've got the culture. I think we've got the culture redirect up now. All right, so a couple different stories that I want to get to today before we get to the Wicked story. The first one is a very simple story about artificial intelligence being used at the parks. And artificial intelligence, you may not understand this, but it's not like real artificial intelligence. It's not like robots are coming to life and they are intelligent. It's not like Ultron or the Terminator or any of those things you see in science fiction. It's basically advanced algorithms that pull information in very, very quickly. So that is what has come to the parks. We're going to share this story real quick. And this is out of wdwmagic.com. And it says AI comes to Disney Dining. All-Star Sports Food Court hosts new self-checkout trial. So this is in the end zone food court of the All Star Sports Resort. And I guess what they're doing is, even if you're not ordering on the app ahead of time, they are replacing human cashiers with an AI checkout system that looks at your food and determines what your food is, and then then rings you up and you have to pay through this. And they have like a person who will monitor several stations, but it gets rid of at least one, if not two or three cast members. That's kind of the whole idea behind it. Posted on Thursday, December the 5th, by the WDW Magic staff, it says. All right, so just want to make sure that the story is sharing correctly. Yes, it is self-checkout. And here's what they have to say about it. Disney is testing a new AI-powered self-checkout system at the food court of Disney's All-Star Sports Resort. The trial aims to streamline the ordering and payment process, offering guests a faster and more convenient way to grab their meals. And there you can kind of see a picture of them kind of implementing this and working it out. It's AI self-checkout system at the resort. The system uses artificial intelligence to recognize and process food and beverage selections. Guests place their items on a designated checkout counter where the system automatically identifies each item and calculates the total. The identified contents of the tray are then displayed on the screen prior to payment. Payment options include magic bands, credit cards, or mobile payment systems, but there are no cash options. Which is odd. You could actually do cash because you can put cash in the machine just like you do it, self-checkout at Walmart. The benefits of the AI checkout system: automatic item recognition. The system identifies multiple food items simultaneously, including prepackaged snacks and plated meals. Faster service. Guests no longer need to wait in long lines for cashiers, reducing congestion during peak dining hours. Easy checkout. A screen displays the order, allowing guests to confirm their selections before paying. Multiple payment options. Guests can pay with their Magic Band, credit card, or mobile payment apps like Apple Pay or Google Pay. From our observations of today's test, the system shows great promise in streamlining the food court checkout process. The system required intervention on several occasions, but managed to identify the contents of most trays very quickly and accurately. The Grandstand Spirits. If successful, the food court checkout system may join Disney's other new dining and retail technologies, which include mobile order at many Walt Disney World quick service restaurants and mobile checkout in Disney gift shops. Well, they have a lot of pictures in here. So yeah, it's a simple story as far as the AI is concerned, but you can sound off in the comments and let me know. Do you think it's a good idea to replace Disney cast members with a robot? It's really weird because I've seen so many places streamlining this like this. For example, when I go to McDonald's now, my local McDonald's just remodeled, and in their remodel, they got rid of any of their employees checking people out. So all of the food has to be ordered on a mobile screen now. They do not have, now they have tons of people working there. They haven't really, I don't think they've actually replaced any employees except for maybe the one, like maybe a couple employees on the clock. But they have I think they have 3 order stations. I usually order at McDonald's ahead of time when I go on the app. And there's a reason for that. Saves a lot of money, but, yeah, they have all of their employees are in the back. They're making food. They're cleaning the restaurant. They do actually the service in a way is somewhat better because they have an employee actually bring the food to your table, so you're not picking it up anymore. But it's interesting. It's just interesting. I'm not sure how this is all going to work out or what they're going to implement, but we'll see. We'll have to see. Yes, they are a reasonable choice, the All-Stars. I've stayed at an All-Star one time. I think I did stay at All-Star Sports. I haven't stayed at movies. It was a long time ago, but they're not. I would rather stay off property now because there are places off property where you get so much more space and you get more for your money. You can stay at a place off property for $100 a night. You can get free breakfast. You can be adjacent to the property, and you can get a really, really big room, still have a swimming pool and all that kind of stuff. There's so many choices around Walt Disney World. Now, there used to be massive benefits to staying in Walt Disney World, but they're not there anymore. I will say that if you're staying in a Disney resort, you get free parking, so you have to work out. Does the $30 a day that you pay in parking, does that offset the cost somehow? It just, yeah. They will fire employees to lower their overhead and simultaneously raise the prices. Pay more, get less. And yeah, I like having a cast member check me out. There are so many things that I've used cast members for, even if I'm mobile ordering, and sometimes you can't do it. Like if you have an allergy situation or you're not sure about something, you need cast members to be able to talk to who you hope are trained well enough. They used to always be. Now it's iffy. It's 50-50 whether you're going to get a great cast member or not. But to just like, I've had questions about, on this triple platter, can I replace this fish with a chicken or something like that? And you need that human touch sometimes. Dylan says, if Disney was an ethical company, they'd have both. More importantly, they wouldn't remove their staff only to replace them with a faulty computer app. You still have to have staff. There's no way that you're going to get away with not having staff, but they might be able to reduce the numbers of people that they pay. The biggest thing that they have done as far as reduce the amount of people that they pay at Walt Disney World is that about 40% of Disney World's cast members at any given time are college program cast members. It's one of the reasons, actually the biggest reason. It's a secret. It's not it during the whole scare of 2020 and 2021. Remember how they had all that reduced capacity in the parks? That wasn't health. You thought it was health. You thought, oh, well, they have to have fewer, but no, it was staffing because at that time they couldn't bring back the college program kids. And without the college program kids, you have almost like less than half the staff because then they also let go of so many people. In theory, it could have been a hybrid situation, but Disney seems to like and hate money. Well, they like taking it in. They don't like paying it out. That's for sure. All-Star Movies has my lemon meringue croissant. I will have to check that out. I don't know how to get back there. I don't know, like driving back to the All-Stars. I don't know if I'd be allowed to go back just to say, hey, I really like this lemon croissant. It's only sold here. I just want to run in and get it and get out. Please let me go to. Sometimes you get a good security guard that will let you do that. And sometimes you don't. Hey, we have a celebration here because Just Nita has her 2-month member chat on the screen. I just like the human touch. And she's a member we got to celebrate.
Is it too much? Too much? It's just perfect! Oh, this is just the best of my scene.
And my beautiful wife has made it in the house this morning. Good morning. We stayed up a little bit late. They stayed up later than I did. We were watching Red One last night. I haven't finished it yet, so I can't give a full review. But Red One is, I think it's still out at movie theaters, but you can also watch Red One on Prime now. If you have Prime, you can watch it in in the comfort of your own home. So that's cool. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. So that's the AI story. Then I want to get to story number 2. As far as I'm concerned, yes, if they could train the cast members well, the new ones that they have coming in don't seem trained as well as the older ones. But yeah. So Nina says you can drive back to the All-Stars movie. Just show your driver's license at the gate. Trust me, I've driven over there many. Okay. I will try it. I haven't. I mean, it's right by the McDonald's, so yeah, I'll give it a shot. I want to see what's back there because I haven't been back there. The last time I was at the All-Star resorts. This is funny, but that is where they did my day 1 training when I came back in after COVID and was a lifeguard. We were trained, and the training was all about how masks work. It was ridiculous. It was so I had to just shut my mouth and keep quiet because I'm like, that's not the science, guys. When you're measuring nanoparticles and stuff. Yeah. I don't know yet. I can't give my thoughts on Red One until I've seen all of it, Jonathan, until I've seen all of it. So I'm holding back my thoughts for now. What did I'm trying to see if there, oh yes, this is what I wanted to share real quick. Disney World prepares to open Polynesian DVC Tower. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I actually got this from actual DVC cast members yesterday. Is it still morning? Yeah, baby, it's still morning. I love you. Everybody say hi to my beautiful wife in the chat. Let's see. Disney World prepares to open the Polynesian DVC Tower. PR release focuses on sustainability over beauty. An interesting thing there. Also, I was informed yesterday by the DVC cast this building is in fact planning on opening this on the 17th, which is I think Tuesday or something. So it is coming up right away. This was written by WDW Pro on December the 12th. And Pro, this is what he has to say about it. Rising up like a giant Marriott next to the Seven Seas Lagoon, the new Polynesian DVC Tower is a cheap-looking and garish addition to the Disney World Horizon near Magic Kingdom. And I gotta do my own commentary on that, where he says it's cheap-looking and garish. And also, I can't seem to get this tab to move at all. Looks like there we go. What is going on with my Chrome? I think my Chrome froze up. Chrome being the browser that I'm using for everything. Because for some reason it's not letting me do anything on my browser right now. It seems to be moving very, very slow. I'm trying to let's see here. There's a couple of tabs. If I can get these tabs off here, maybe there might be something. One of the biggest challenges of doing a live show on a computer or laptop is sometimes things will pop up running in the background you don't even see, and that can cause an issue or 2 or 3. So there I am back on StreamYard. There we go. So at least my StreamYard seems to still be working. Aha. And it is it's now responding. Okay, good. So here we go. I have to say something about this. I was I was on the monorail the other day with guest they don't watch the show. They have no idea who I am. I was just listening to their comments, and they go, "We were passing this building on the monorail," and they go, "What is that? A Howard Johnson?" I thought that was one of the funniest comments that I ever heard, because it wasn't from anybody. It was from somebody who's like a Disney guest paying for it. Anyhow, rising up like a giant Marriott next to the Seven Seas Lagoon, the new Polynesian DVC Tower is a cheap-looking and garish addition to the Disney World Horizon near Magic Kingdom. Now, we may know why. A total emphasis on sustainability over actually making something that is beautiful and fits in with the rest of the resort's aesthetics. What are the resort's aesthetics at the Polynesian? Well, the resort's aesthetics are specifically supposed to be the tiki era of Hawaii, right? So it's not just, oh, that's interesting. It's not just, the Polynesian theming is not just the fact that it is Polynesia in general, or that it's supposed to be Polynesia today. The theming is supposed to be that it is the tiki era of Hawaii. Something has happened on my comments, and they're all funky. They're all like highlighted. It's so weird. I don't know how to get it off. Don't know what I did there. But yes, so they're opening this. It says, this is an ex post from Scott Gustin. Says, new Disney Vacation Club revealed a new look at the Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows, set to open at Walt Disney World in December 2024. It's actually opening on the 17th, which is Tuesday. DVC members can book hotel stays starting June 4th, followed by annual pass holders June 5th, and all guests on June 6th. So that's what this says. I was told by DVC people that they're opening the building on the 17th of December. So, because they were that okay. He was saying that's when they could start booking. So they were booking in June for December. I apologize for that. The sore thumb that is the latest Disney World hotel monstrosity will only be available to Disney Vacation Club members. Disney's efforts to make sure they'll give the sightlines all around the happiest place. The new Island Tower edition at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows celebrates the spirit of conservation in innovative ways, including through art installations made from sustainable materials that are at the heart of the tower's designs. And so, look, you have aluminum-looking fish somewhere in this supposed restaurant that I've heard is not going to be there. I don't know. I would have to check that out. Sustainable art installations. Once inside the new restaurant, Wailulu Bar and Grill guests may notice sustainably crafted fish sculptures swimming overhead throughout the space. The vibrant green and blue fish are modeled after trevally fish and are made from reclaimed fishing nets. Guests will also discover a celebration of nature in a stunning one-of-a-kind art installation made from preserved moss. The installation will hang in the tower's lower lobby, further bringing the natural world into the Island Tower edition. Tapa, which is a Polynesian cloth made from natural fibers, will also be displayed in the new tower. The custom piece is inspired by wayfinding on the ocean and further showcases the celebration of Polynesian culture through sustainable artwork. Rugs made from recycled plastic. Sustainable details are truly woven into the fabric of the tower. In fact, recycled plastic has been transformed into a silk-like yarn using revolutionary technology to create luxurious rugs inside guest rooms. Inspired by ocean waves, the rugs feature a coral pattern and colors reminiscent of sand and sea to immerse guests in the beauty of the Polynesian beaches. Preserving a historic tree. During construction of the tower, a tree dating back to Walt Disney World Resort's opening day was preserved and relocated. A Ficus aurea, also known as a Florida straggler fig, and the unique sable palm growing within it were identified as the most unique trees across the resort and have been part of many guests' most cherished moments at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. Now relocated at the resort, guests can continue to enjoy the tree during future visits. Sustainable design and construction. Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Village and Bungalows aligns with Disney's 2030 environmental goals in both its operation and design. The majority of the tower was constructed off-site using prefabrication techniques that helped minimize the construction waste. The tower is projected to use approximately 30% less energy than a typical resort of similar size through a variety of measures, including optimized heating and cooling systems, energy efficient lighting, and the first all-electric kitchen on Walt Disney World Resort property within the tower's restaurant. As a result, the tower will be part of the Florida Department of Environmental Protection's Green Lodging Program, which recognizes lodging facilities that make a commitment to conserve and protect Florida's natural resources alongside Disney's Polynesian villas and bungalows. Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows opening soon. And here it is, scheduled to debut on December the 17th, 2024. Guests and Disney Vacation Club members will soon discover the beautifully displayed sustainable wonders featured across the unique property during their stay. And we go back to Pros Commentary, which is, excuse me, Pros Commentary, which is, if you can tell, I'm not enthused for the tower. Apologies on being so negative. It's hard to be anything other than critical when modern Disney does something that looks so cheap within an area that was meticulously and carefully planned to be utterly beautiful. Maybe that's a perfect indictment of the Disney of today. Yeah, so that's this hotel should be on the Sand Lake Strip. I mean, look at the comments. You guys are great. I've always thought Poly was a cheap knockoff of Hawaiian, stupid looking. I liked it better than. I mean, I think that the original design is that it was supposed to look like that whole tiki thing, but this is just it's just getting worse and worse. Yeah, this one right here. I am so sick of businesses hiding behind sustainable as an excuse to be cheap. Absolutely correct. There's really no reason. There's no reason. It's not really that it's a sustainable thing. It's just that it is a cheap thing. Truly, truly, truly. And you say during Hurricane Ian, the only place that was hammered and ruined was Poly Beaches, exactly where the new DVC Albatross is. It'll be interesting to see what happens to the Albatross during. Oh, that's Erica saying hi. During other hurricanes, I suppose. Hi, Erica. Hi, Erica. Welcome in to the show this morning. And I want to get to our last story here. And this one is disturbing, unfortunately, but I have to share it because people need to know just in case. So here's, yes, during the next hurricane. I knew that's what you meant. This is, oh, all my blue stuff finally went away. Yay. Okay, so the movie Wicked is very popular at the box office right now. Currently, if I look over here, let's look at the numbers. The numbers has it at 468 million worldwide right now. So it is somewhat of a popular movie. Very, very popular for toys. It's the Wizard of Oz. So you've still got toys of the Wizard and Glinda the Good Witch, Elphaba the evil witch, who I guess is not really evil. You're good, Erica. Don't late. That's funny. Yeah, I've had issues too, so no big deal there. Appreciate. Um, so yeah, so Wicked's very popular. Wicked's doing well, and Wicked's selling a lot of toys. The problem with the toys is that there was a website cited on print on the back of the toy. So here's a Groot toy. Okay, you can see the box and see how there's like all this writing stuff on the box. You can't really read the writing all that well. I'm trying to see if there's any websites on the back of this box. I don't see any. It says copyright 2017, character voices in English, even though it just says I am Groot. Oh, shopdisney.com. Okay, so for example, there's shopdisney.com printed on the back of this. So there's a website printed on the toys from the movie Wicked. And that website doesn't lead to anything that is about the movie Wicked. In fact, if you were to type it in, and I'm not going to tell you what the website is, but if you typed it into your browser, the children would not be pulling up the things that they thought they were supposed to be pulling up. So it is in fact a Wicked website, but has nothing to do with the movie. But yeah, it is really a very child inappropriate website. Let's just say it's even an adult inappropriate website, but adults like to go to it, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that website was printed on the packaging of the children's toys for Wicked. Now, the company that did that is being sued by some parents over this emotional distress and such. So those toys were pulled off shelves, as they should have been, except guess what? They were pulled off Target, they were pulled off Walmart shelves, they were pulled off other retail outlets, but they've somehow ended up at Universal Studios. So that's a little weird. I don't know why they have ended up at Universal Studios, but we are going to read this next story. This is our main story. Whoops, put it on the, let's blow that up. Out of That Park Place, and written by Mr. Marvin the Monster Montanero. Wicked dolls with obscene website URL back on store shelves at Universal Orlando. Now, maybe by now, this story is a couple days ago, and maybe they figured that out and posted them, but this is posted only 2 days ago on December the 11th. So hopefully they have action. But here we go. During a recent trip to Orlando Universal Resort's new Wicked merchandise store, That Park Place discovered that the theme park is still selling misprinted merchandise that originally directed children to a graphic website. Someone altered the merchandise to cover the misprinted URL, but determined shoppers can still uncover it. And so you can see it like right here in the picture. A doll of Elphaba from the movie Wicked that features a censored website on the back of the box. Photo credit Marvin Martinero. Now, this is a $60 doll, and you buy this for your kid, and you don't want them scraping off the back and going to that website. I'm telling you, you don't want them going to that website. And so you can see there is a related story that Mattel was sued over Wicked merchandise misprint that sent kids to obscene website. The doll in question resembles a Barbie-type Mattel doll depicting characters from the smash hit Universal film, including Elphaba Glinda and Nessa Rose. The original packaging featured a misprinted website that directed buyers to an obscene website, prompting a mother to file a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Mattel for emotional distress. Shortly after retailers discovered the misprint, stores everywhere pulled the merchandise from shelves. This included Target, Walmart, and Universal Studios Orlando. Many assumed the dolls would be recalled and shipped again with new packaging. However, someone simply altered the misprinted dolls' packaging at Universal to cover the website and return them to store shelves. Drama alert. This is a post on X. The toy line for the new Wicked movie directs to, and you can see that word. Yeah, that is no buenos. In the post above, you can see the original placement of the website printed on the package. In the image below, you'll see a price sticker and a thin piece of black tape covering the website listing. There it is. You could easily peel that off. When you peel the tape back, you see Universal also crossed out the website URL with the black marker. However, it remains visible when you look closely as shown in the image below. It's real easy to see what that is. Wicked continues to perform well at the box office, earning over $460 million worldwide in the last few weeks. Merchandise for the film appears in nearly every major U.S. retail store. Simply put, Wicked is one of the biggest movies of the year. This leads to the question, why didn't Mattel have to absorb the cost of the misprinted packaging and take responsibility for its mistake? The Barbie and Hot Wheels toy company issued a quick apology after the misprint's discovery. There's the big Wicked store at Universal Orlando. Mattel was made aware of a misprint on the packaging of the Mattel Wicked Collection dolls, primarily sold in the U.S., which intended to direct consumers to the official wickedmovie.com landing page. The company said in a statement, "We deeply regret this unfortunate error and are taking immediate action to remedy this. Parents are advised that the misprinted, incorrect website is not appropriate for children." Frankly, it's not even appropriate for adults, but, this is the world we live in. Consumers who already have the product are advised to discard the product packaging or obscure the link and may contact Mattel customer service for further information. Mattel apparently responded to its mistake by obscuring the packaging rather than recalling and re-releasing the products. So here's a question posed by that Park Place by Marvin. Do you think Mattel should have recalled and reissued these Wicked dolls? Are you satisfied that with Mattel's attempt at obscuring the official link? Sound off in the comment section below. Let us know. Personally, I think that it's kind of disgusting. This is funny. Going Chuggy says, "What? I'm more upset about the doll costing $60. Yeah, no, it's pretty expensive. Love collecting Disney and Universal storeroom recalls. And Nita says, only Hollywood and New York City Broadway would make a musical and movie out of that. You can see what she wrote there, but yeah, it's nasty stuff. It's not appropriate. It's just convenient for the Hollywood creeps that people would relate the Wicked story to the Wizard of Oz. So, the books are very different, but the fact of the matter is Wicked, the original Wicked books are fan fiction of the Frank L. Baum books. So it was never meant to be, I think, taken seriously. It's just like 50 Shades of Grey was actually fan fiction from Twilight. I don't know. That's the world we live in today. All I'm saying is that parents need to be aware that these things are out there, and they didn't really do anything at Universal to obscure to remove. They didn't remove the website from packaging. They just obscured it, and it's still there. So don't let your kids. You're good, Dan. Don't let your kids go to that website. That is all. Hollywood continues with this grooming and attack on children, and that is why I am here doing a show like this to protect children and families from this type of situation, because part of me thinks that this wasn't a mistake at all, and that's why they let it slide. It's hard to believe that nobody would have double checked that before. Millions of toys went on shelves, and I'll just let that comment be what it is. But we're going to go to your starred comment so that we can throw down a celebration before we check out. Didn't see any supers or new member chats or anybody becoming members, but that's okay, because we're still going to celebrate all of you with, let's do a little bit of our longer celebration. Now is the time on Sprockets when we dance. Are you guys ready for dance? Ready for celebration? I want to thank you so much.
Too much? Too much Macho. It's perfect. Wahoo!
Oh, this is so nice. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy.
And you can meet Pat Sajak next week at the Candlelight Processional. I believe he is maybe like next Thursday, Friday, somewhere in there. Because I think he's after Gary Sinise. I don't know. But hopefully I will get to see. I might be at the park later today. It's possible I'll be there tonight for Ralph Macchio at the Candlelight Processional. Last night, Lorena was there for Brendan Fraser, so she's got that up on her channel. And as far as our channel is concerned, I'm working on a SeaWorld vlog, and a few other things are in the pipeline. So keep an eye out for everything. Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel and click that notifications bell, because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm and you get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. Oh my goodness, before we go, Andy W drops a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Andy. We'll do a real quick celebration. Yes, thank you so much, Andy W, for the $9.99 super chat. We appreciate all the support this channel gets. We appreciate all of you. And again, if you want some great merchandise for Christmas, go check out the Spread Shop. And we're going to redirect you right over to Culture Casino. So everybody say hi to Culture on the way in for me. And until next time, we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.